Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Thursday, June 1st, right? Yes, June 1st already. So I will also be making a what will happen in June reading, pick a card pretty soon, but for now let's see what's happening June 1st. Now this definitely can be for whenever you stumble upon it. Doesn't necessarily have to be for this particular day, but if you like to follow it daily, it is a daily dust. I say dust because my channel follows the rule of, that's a law of attraction kind of rule. Faith, trust, and pixie dust is kind of the steps that takes to fly, and the pixie dust is the magic part. So it's kind of the unexpected and the miracle and the way you manifest after doing not too much hard work. It's just particular mindset. Let's see what we get. We're going to have a 3-card collective message using the Ethereal Visions Tarot, which is one of my favorites. I like to use a different tarot deck every day, but sometimes of course I have to repeat, and sometimes I like to use oracle decks as well. Occasionally, I've been adding in those oracle decks here and there. Alright, let's pick from the middle. Ooh, we have the Two of Pentacles. Very nice. This is the 3rd time this week the Two of Pentacles has come out. Okay. It came out last night a bit too. And this Two of Pentacles is very traditional looking. I like it. We have the 7 of Wands. And the 9 of Pentacles. Very nice. All right, let's zoom in and see what we get. So with the 2 of Pentacles, I kind of feel like this is you doing what you like, no matter what anybody says, because 7 of Wands is kind of a defensive stance. So you can be as busy as you want to be, as long as it makes you happy, do it, you know. Sometimes people are criticized for multitasking because you don't put a lot of focus in one particular area and you're trying to do all these things at the same time. But multitasking seems to be the way things are these days, especially if well, let's say, for example, if you're a single mom or even a not single mom, even if you're married and you have a great support system. These days, people just fit a lot into their schedule. They're big schedulers, and that's okay. You know, I feel like the only time that being an overscheduler gets in the way is if it starts to drag you down and make you tired, and you have to reassess. But here, she has a smile on her face. She's enjoying the things that she's doing. She's enjoying, it's also like I see the waves and sometimes the ships coming in, but the waves kind of make me feel like passive income. Like there's some things you're physically doing to make income, and then there's some things that are rolling in without any effort at all because you put in a certain amount of work initially. It's kind of like prepping. All right, so I hear a message that could be helpful to some people out there, especially moms. I've never been one of these kind of people, but every once in a while I've tried it and it's really helpful. Like buying big groceries and cooking a bunch of food and then cutting up the food into small portions that you put into containers, and you've prepped your meal for the week. That is a really efficient, intelligent, healthy, economic way to go. I mean, that is really, like, if you do that, more power to you. Not everybody has the time or the energy to do that, but it's really great. But there's other things that you can do like that. If you're willing to pay for a service that already does that for you, then that's cool too. So that way you don't have to do it. But definitely that the card is about you being the one that does a bunch of stuff. In other words, when you put all that effort in the beginning, of the week, let's say you do it all on a Sunday, then you have your meals for the week, then that's less work for you to do during the week, right? You just pick a meal, you warm it up, and you go. And it's like effortless. It's like it was just sitting there for you. But like I said, if you're like me, you just buy that stuff ahead of time and warm it. And those are just ways to make life more efficient if you need it to be. It's kind of silly though. I think I feel like we place so much importance on so many little things. And they say that invention is the mother of necessity, right? We got to the point where we just needed more time. We didn't want to spend time washing clothes, slaving over clothes, so then the washing machine was invented. Different things are invented because we kept seeking more time. And usually the time we were seeking was leisure time, but then we filled it up with more things to do. So I feel like, to me, it's just a silly cycle. It's all these things that we have to fill in one single day in order to feel like accomplished or successful or achieved or something. But you know what? You can feel accomplished even if you do one major thing in a day. Definitely try to do one major thing, and it doesn't always have to be any kind of real strong, amazing goal. It could be just simply allotting time for meditation. Like, that's sometimes the thing that we do the least, but that we need the most, right? But no matter what you do and how you spend your time and how efficient you are and how amazing your life works like clockwork, there may be the people who may say have something against that, you may have to defend the way you do things. And you know what? You can do it just the way you want to. It is your life after all. You can be as efficient as you want to be. You don't have to be, maybe in some people it could be like a parent who has a certain style, but their child is very efficient, very productive, very planner type, and maybe they just don't see eye to eye, and the planner is always trying to explain to their parents, for example, Mom, this is just the way I am. I just like to do things this way. It just makes me feel good to get it done this way. And maybe the mom is, I don't know, she's real mellow, low-key, hippie type, and she's like, you don't need to do all that. It's silly or whatever. Instead of like not seeing the person's point of view, just realize that everybody has their way of doing, their mode of doing things that feels right to them. Me and my sister kind of like that. We're real different about the way we approach our day, but we're not critical of each other. I think it's great that she's very much like this, very much multitasker, efficient, planner, and gets a lot done in one day. My Aunt Laverne was like that. I couldn't believe how many boom, boom, boom. And then she retired. I'm like, what are you doing now? But she's still that way. She's still that way. Anyway, the final card, the Nine of Pentacles, just means a lot of abundance. It's like, it's abundance galore. It's the sitting pretty card. Because of all your hard work and because of your attention to details and because of doing the things that you planning the way you plan and cutting coupons and saving and doing all the things that you need to do to make your life work, just so it allows you freedom to have this life of luxury and have a lot of success, and the rewards will come to you. And you know what? So they're gonna be sad. Whoever was trying to push against it, you push back, and you're like, nope. This is why I lead a life of luxury. Thank you very much. But that's how I see it, and it's true. For you, maybe that's just the case, or for somebody you're dealing with, that's just the case, or maybe this is something you're moving into, this kind of new energetic approach to your life. As long as you keep a smile on your face, like you seeing your fruits growing. I just feel like just being very attentive and attention to detail and and focus driven and goal driven. It's all going to be in your favor. If now some of you may not like those kinds of things, and if you don't, then you don't have to follow this mode. You don't have to be like this. But ultimately, no matter what feels right to you, you're going to come out because you're being true to yourself. You're not following somebody else's plan. This is only the person's doing this, that's doing this and enjoying this with a smile on their face, is because it is their plan. It is it is their authentic self. But if you're doing this and it feels like it's going against the grain, it's not your authentic self, then you may not achieve this kind of Nine of Pentacles energy. You may achieve the money, but not necessarily the smile on the face, the peace. So consider that when you're working and busy out there with your daily grind in and out. But I feel like the big picture and the big message here is a lot of achieving going on. I just feel like some of you just maybe you're inventors. Maybe you have a kind of a unusual way of doing something that you may have to defend against. You know, you may have to say, hey, this is what I like to do it this way. Let's see what the Seven of Wands says in this book. It's like, this is you know, this is right for me. You know, it may not be right for you, but it definitely is what I want to do. It's what makes me feel accomplished. So other words associated besides defense are challenge and struggle and justification. I like that word. It's you get to this point and you feel justified, you feel validated, you feel like, see, this outcome justifies the work that I put into it, this juggling of multiple things at the same time. This could literally be vineyard or wine, or my stepdad is making wine, and it's a step process, you know, and it takes a lot of focus, and so those are kinds of things that in the end, if you get this product, if they get the end result that you desired, then it feels justified, right? You feel vindicated. I think it's a bit of feeling like that. At the end of the day, you're going to feel vindicated or justified for what you had to do to get to where you are. All right? And I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.